9. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Pizza Race TV live from Kansas Speedway, Kansas, from Kansas City, Kansas. Here it is time to get down to the action and get to the wild and the wild speeds that lay ahead here for the GOAT Racing League RCSM Truck Series. Hello everyone, I am the Crusader Chris Stryer, going you guys here again. That's good to be out of that car and get out and back on the track here with you guys. Still gonna be a little bit of a wild show. I love seeing you guys popping on tonight here and see what we got going down. So we're going to take it down the track here. Let's take a look at our starting lineup here on the pole. Tyler Dalton, the 19, the outside. The 30, that'll be Brian V. Macklin. Row number 2 is Jack Coleman. The 5, the outside. The 41 is EJ Org. Row number 3 is the 3 of Zach Ron Gitz. Zach, get in touch with me about your last name, bud. And the 3, the outside, the 18 is Philip Schmitz. Row number 4 is Anthony M. Calatani. And the 84, the outside, and the 60, John Higman Jr. Row 5 is Joey Katina. The 14, outside, and the 12, Action Man, Aaron Action Jackson. Row 6 is the 28, Adoy Woods, the outside, in the number 97, Jeff Ramsdale. Row number 7 is going to be Steve Ritter, and the 87, the outside, 02 is Shannon Wood. Row number 8 is the 36, Richard Crane, the outside, in the number 71, Casey Duncan. Row number 9 is going to be the 22, John Fowler, the outside, in the number 6, Mike Kelly. Row number 10, in the number 88, it'll be Nick Rader, the outside, in the 48, Randy Coaching. Row number 11, the 44, Christoph Hall, the outside, and the 8, Maurice Burnett. Row number 12 is the 75, Alan Wild, the outside, in the 10, Ryan D. Cook. Row number 13 is going to be Ron Holyfield, the 11, the outside, and that 25 is Ernest King. Row number 14 is going to be Russell Holloway, the 89, the outside, and the 4 is Glenn Campbell. Row number 15 is Samuel Harrell, and the 43, and the outside is the 7 is Scott Simley. Row 16 is the 80 of James Smith, the outside, in that 24, Cody DeForge. Row number 18 is going to be Jose Gonzalez, and the 26, row number 17, is going to be Cody Sturgill in the 01, and then it's Alberto Ibar in the 37. Then row number 18 is Jose Gonzalez, 36. 26, excuse me, and then the 45 is Joseph Atchison. In row number 19, that will be Chris Charles, man, striking 23 on the outside, and then number 38 is going to be John Macmillan Sr. Finally, row 20, Dion Monte, and the 807 on the outside, the 96, Jerry Livingston. Whew, that is a mouthful. Alright, you got 40 of the best, you got 40 of the toughest. Race fans, it's time to bring it to the house and bring it to the stars. Race City Motorsports Memorabilia is a truck series. Bring it to the table here at Kansas City, Kansas. Let's go racing. Oh, that's not how we start a race there, my friends. Oh my. Christoph Hall just got sentenced to the Shadow Realm, and he is long gone from this one. The rest of the field right now trying to max their gas up and pound the pedal into the metal here. Michael, by the way, we're broadcasting on Fridays. I can't even do that even if I wanted to. Sammy Harrell saying, let's go. Brian Spence comes on board, says, let's go. Ernest King says, RKR in the house. I love hearing you guys coming in the comments section. Great to have you on board, but unfortunately, same can't be said about the madness ensuing here. We've got a pile up down on the front stretch. I see the 11 around Holyfield. I know I see the 26 Cody DeForge. I see James Smith at 22, the 45. Believe that might be Albert. It might be Jose Gonzalez there. Well, that'll bring us to our Pizza Race TV Instant Replay to find out what the heck happened here. This is not the way we would start this one up. Looks like we're just barely missing our cameras here too. It's a Race City Sports Memorabilia Instant Replay, and I think we're gonna miss that kind of camera angle here. Although you can see a part of it there. You can see where the start actually does start. I was trying to catch up with them. There's where the pile-up is, so I'm not really sure who got into who there, who started what, but we do know there was a pretty good pile-up down there. Not the best start to this one, I'll tell you that much. Isak Cortez says, let's go, Anthony. Well, I think I could probably take a guess who he's rooting for here. Let's just get it out of the way now, comment section. Say it with me. Talking Giants versus the world. I know you guys are in there. I know I'm going to be hearing it, so let's just get it all out now. I'm just messing with everyone. I still love hearing you guys chat away. It's fun to hear you guys' comments and all that. Even if it is the same thing over and over again, I love it. I absolutely love it. Love hearing his bands come on live and come on the track. It's amazing to hear. Alright, real quick here, while they get rescheduled up, let's take a look at our track tech talk. 1.5 miles in length. This is a D-shape / cookie cutter style track, Kansas Speedway. Not going to be the easiest of tracks to pass here. This is designed more like a play track. See, drivers get wide open on the starts and in mostly to the ends. Tire wear, very particular. They take a beating here. They won't hold on very well. So watch for drivers to really push their limits and excitingly get a little crazy. Weather is kind of staying cool right now, so that means the tire wear does stay a little cooler too. But look for that wind temperature to actually blow some of these drivers a little bit more out of control here. It's a very tough pill to swallow, but this track is not for the faint of heart. It will not be easy. Bobby Skinner says, talking Giants versus the world. Ah, there we go. I love it. Alright, now entering into our stages here. You may have noticed that stage number 1 I put on the top right of your screen there, or at least the producers did. This is 100 laps to the distance here. We are looking at 2 green, white checkers, 75% fuel. We got 3 extra tires on these drivers, so 4 tire sets total. Stage number 1 will be at lap 20, stage number 2 on lap 50, and then they go 51 laps to the distance. Point taken. Do not let anyone figure it out from here. Andrew Christopher has joined the TG versus the world already. Nicholas Peak said, let's go Wild Man. The Wild Man he is talking about is a man that is in the Commander. Yes, indeed, the 75, Alan Wild. The Wild Man, the Wild Thing, call him what you will. Either way, he could be something tonight. But the one thing that a lot of drivers are keeping their eye on are these 2 heavy hitters in front of them. That 19 of Tyler Dalton and that tough as nails last week's feature winner, Brian V. Macklin. The Navy Brad last week literally taken to the house and threw the fight at Dalton. You gotta wonder in the back of your minds, did Dalton get any animosity back from it on Macklin? Will the two collide and butt heads again? One driver that was butting a few heads and butting a few walls was that man in the adrenaline shock, number 5, Jack Coleman. Still searching for that first win here in the Truck Series this season. Trying to outdo and take up a few notches. John Hickman Jr. also trying to find himself a trip to victory lane as much as Jeff Ramsdale and Aaron Action Jackson are. Lining back down through corner number 4, down to the front straightaway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to business. Stage number 1 commences on. Dick Rader there, a little tough little start there. The Yeti 88, or as Tony Schiavone might say, the Yeti! Get a little bit loose there, crewing through turn number 3, and maybe turn number 4. I don't know what that was all about, but I think John McMillan Sr. just got himself a little nudge he did not appreciate very much. 3 wide going through in the back of the pack here. That's Philip Schmitz, Dijon Monte. There's troubles up ahead, though. We got another caution. Cody Sturgill looks like he will be the one bringing it out. And I don't think we had a camera on him, and he is gone right now. He is done. So he is not even in our sights anymore. We don't even have footage of what happened. Well, second caution of the day. We haven't even gotten past stage number 1 yet. Brian Spence says, let's go Sammy Urell in the 483. Oh, we got a little bit of love down there for the old 483 camp. I can find him on my screen here. I don't even know where he's at. Oh, there he is. He's hanging around 17 right now. There he is. The STP Treatment Oil Chevrolet Silverado right now. Yep, he's hanging around the 17th spot. Although, if you really want to go crazy here, he started about 29th. He's already 12 spots up. He's just making a charge for everybody here. First winner of the season, EJ Ork right now, currently holding his 4th place spot here as the field gets kind of stretched back in, and drivers trying to prepare up and get used to the way the track and the car is feeling here. Bobby Skinner says it's going to be a long one. Yeah. Well, I got to think, these trucks, again, they got 40 drivers. They got a lot of folks that are trying to get a grip of themselves. They're trying to deal with a track like Kansas Speedway. This is not an easy track by any means. This is one of the toughest tracks they'll face up against in their racing careers. For one big reason. Number 1, you literally have to fight and scratch and claw every little position, every little gain you can get, while at the same time trying to hold your line in and deal with the pressure. And again, you're going through them wide open too, so it then turns more like a plate track situation. And we all know how plate tracks can be with you got a big pack or two in there. So if drivers can figure out a way to kind of just lay low for a minute, let the truck kind of settle themselves down a bit, then it will be all right from there, I would say. I don't know how my mic got muted there. Sorry guys, I didn't realize my mic was completely muted. Somebody didn't bother to turn my mic back on. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying a minute ago, Oric right now is your race leader. Meanwhile, the entire rest of the field currently trying to figure out just how to get around. Again, I know a lot of these drivers, and a lot of them personally, they are some tough drivers in general and some very talented individuals, but right now, they're learning a very hard trait right now, which is what to deal with and the pressure you have to face up against in terms of scope, speed, and power, while at the same time having to work with so many at the same place in the same moment. 40 drivers on the same track. You gotta be careful. You gotta be well aware of your surroundings. You gotta be well aware of how the track works, and then you gotta learn how to give and take more often than not. That really screws up a lot of drivers. It really makes things so much more difficult on their end as much as anything. Doubled in, doubled up, ready to go here. Well, had the field learned their lesson? Really, they're only getting a couple more laps here. In this one, they get 3 more laps to work with. Coming to the line. Off of corner number 3 into turn number 4, EJ Oric sets the tone, sets the bar to the Race City Sports Memorabilia restart zone. Here we go. Watch that start. Much cleaner this time. Much cleaner. Oric, whoa. Well, let's just say he left nothing back on that restart. Macklin going to try to hunt him down. Going to run down to the field here. The field going to run their way through into the middle and the bottom of the top. Everybody going up top. They're following Oric's line, trying to make the pass. Dalton caving in Macklin here. Dalton trying to get a good jump there. Samuel Harrell's 43 is out of the race. Something going wrong down there for the 43 STP as the whole field behind finds themselves trapped in another situation. Another driver, that's Steve Ritter, completely bashed into the wall protection, and he's done. Oh my goodness. Well, that'll be then stage number 1. I believe TJ Oric was your race leader at the point of caution. Oh man. Big hit there, and then watch out. Oh my gosh. Major hit there, unfortunately. Ritter is out of the race. And we're just losing more drivers. Also, I'm already getting word. We've got a lot of folks in that comment section getting a little crazy. I'm going to let you guys know right now, those comments will not stay. I am sorry to say, but they will not stay. So, if you are going to say something, go talk to them personally. They will not stay in our chat. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. So, please keep that in mind, and please be respectful. It's going to be a while. Alright, so stage number 1 has concluded. May not be to the most satisfactory of drivers, but again, there are 2 more stages still. Well, right now we know Cody Sturgill, Cody DeForest, Nick Rader, Mike Kelly, Joey Gattina, Alberto Ibar, Casey Duncan, Steve Ritter, and Samuel Horrell are out of the race here. Jose Gonzalez, 31st on top, are currently still. Wait, what? I thought Samuel Horrell was out of this race. What the? Samuel, you gotta make your mind up, dude. You jumped into pit road, and I thought he was out of the race. No, he's not done yet. He's only 2 laps down, so I don't know. Maybe he's gonna try it anyway. I give him the credit where credit's due. He's gonna fight with all his heart here, so credit to you, Samuel. I know Brian's walked down there rooting you on, bud. You got support behind you, sir. Keep it up there, sir. Gotta show some love to these guys, show love to drivers, because again, believe me, I went through it earlier today. It is a wild, wild sport we go through. Sometimes you think you're on top and you'll be able to survive it all. The next thing you know, the racing lords and the racing queen herself just decides, instead of giving you chocolates and roses, she decides just to rip your heart out. It's a hard sport to deal with and manage. But man, is it something when you truly can experience the thrills and spills of it all. Also, real quick, race fans, I just got word from our producers and everyone that the Friday night racing event we were going to have a call on, we will no longer be doing that coverage. Friday nights will no longer be on our end here, so I really apologize to those that were hoping for a Friday night coverage on our action tracks here in our action racing. We will get in touch with you guys, and we always will be real with you guys from far and wide when we get you some coverage. But right now, Fridays are completely open, so any leagues or events or broadcast or streamers or promoters you want to broadcast with us on Friday nights, call us up and mess us up on Pizza Race TV. We are available to do so. Coming down on the front straightaway, race fans. Here we go yet again. Well, I don't think we've gone more than about 2 laps on green flag runs here, so I'm hoping to see something here. Running them down right across the track here into the inside, down to the back straightaway. Here they come down to the field. Zach Ronich going into the middle, looking down low. He's got some room down there in the 5. Chad Coleman right now trying to build speed up. Brian V. Macklin now taking the lead away here from EJ Orrick. The field's starting to get a little temperamental. This is what happened earlier. Got a little too cocky and the drivers get too crazy here. Jeff Ramsdale, the 97, working off the back of the 19. That's Hunter Dalton. Meanwhile, you know who it is. Talking Giants versus the world at the M. Calatani, trying to make his way through the field. down and across the front straightaway. Here we go, though. It is Macklin versus Ulrich. Battle for the lead. Uh-oh, Macklin nearly gets in Ulrich a little bit. Both drivers taking it side by side. Both having to catch off the throttle. And that gave Doy Woods, that 28, a little bit of breathing room here. Doy, not a driver I'm used to seeing here on the show, but man, is he bringing some speed. Here comes that UPS Toyota Tundra. Forward, back to the inside. We've got a new leader yet again. Doy Woods right now really looking pretty solid and executing well. Macklin and Ulrich, the more they keep battling at each other, the more they're going to give everyone behind him a good chance and a good opportunity to really make a run for him here. We can just see how close, too, each driver is to one another, how close things can get, and how temperamental they become. Lying him back on down around the track here. John Hickman Jr. in the 60 right now, looking in and looking far. Tyler Dalton here in the number 12, or excuse me, 19, going to deal with the 12 there, and actually Jackson is what I was meaning to say here. Rest of the field, the back right now, keeping their cool, keeping themselves under pressure. If I had to guess, I think the drivers may have got a little prep talk in the back there. They were told, you better knock it off down there and try to actually race. I think they have learned their lesson. They are starting to finally come alive. And again, there's still 30 drivers on the track, so don't think for 1 second that these guys are getting it easy here. They're still fighting amongst themselves and dealing with the pressure added on. That is the big thing here. So you can't just say to me there, oh, hey, wait a minute. Most of them wrecked out. Oh, that's too bad. No. Only about 10 of them wrecked out at most here. The rest are still on the track. Actually, technically only about 18 still on the track right now. Samuel and I believe one other driver, Casey Duncan, is still technically in this race. Despite being put laps down here at the moment, he's still technically viable to get back on the track. He'd be able to jump ahead of at least 7 or 8 drivers there just for that. Barring that they've already wrecked out and been in issue-max state, and this is exactly what we're seeing here. The drivers now finally getting a bit of a grip and a handle of this track. You're on board with John Fowler. As you can see, 2 packs starting to form here. One up to the front, the other in the midst of it. And then a 3 wide, closing in the gap. Look down below. Hickman Jr. trapped between the sandwich. He's the meat of the brunt, and he's the meat of the blunt. Now into the middle. There goes Dalton now once more. Here comes Jackson. Trying to hold the line down here. Ramsdale and Jackson forcing Dalton's hand. He's got nowhere to go and no room to spare. Dalton trying to hold it down here. Gonzalez, more trouble on the track here. He is stopped on the back straightaway, and the caution is out. Caution is out for Jose Gonzalez. Kind of surprised caution came out down there for that. Honestly, I thought he was so far down the track here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. I don't know, maybe he just lost power or what. Oh! Well, if you didn't hear that, I'll give you a little onboard camera here. He even just messaged me. He says motor blew. I'm done. Listen to this. You hear that little stutter in the engine, and you see the RPMs even too? That motor was done. You try to get it out of harm's way into a safe zone, but unfortunately, it's not going to get that lucky today. What a tough break for a driver that's already won here on this season. Now just going to have to deal with a blown heart and a blown motor. What a tough break there. So field right now going to come out of pit road here, and it looks like a good chunk of them went in. Ron Holyfield, Alan Wildman Wild, James Smith, Russell Ottaway, John McMillan Sr., EJ Orr, Doy Woods, Backlund, Ronix, Dalton, Ramsdale, Monte, Holyfield, all in pit road. I'm betting right now probably they're looking at that fuel run, and then the guys up front are looking at the stage run. And honestly, I like this idea here. Focus on the stage and focus on the amount of time in between. Let the fuel come to you. I like this. I like the strategy a lot here. This definitely makes things for a little bit more of an interesting jump. It makes for a more harder run here. Taking it back to the green flag restart zone here. We'll get it back off and running down to the field. Well, Coleman right now with the race lead. Calatani, though, trying to prove Martinsville was not a fluke, looking to bring it to the Kansas Speedway track today. He's running down Coleman right now, looking for an opening, looking for a run. Ernest King saying, and it's pronounced wrong itch. Wrong itch? Is that how you say it, Ernest? I appreciate you at least let me know how you say it right, because I've been trying so hard to say it, but wrong itch is how you say it? That'll help me out so much. Down across the lanes here, the 48 Randy coaching right now, currently dealing with pressure on the bottom there. There's Doy Woods, Tyler Dalton, and EJ Orrick. Meanwhile, 3 wide up for the pack. And who else but Charles Van Scheidt to intervene in the fray? Ryan D. Cook and Shannon Wood right now having a great little tussle, battling it out in possession and control. Down to the 3 wide scenario here, into the pack and into the drive off. Still 3 wide down in the corners. Oh my, this could get tricky. They are still 3 deep in and not giving an inch there. This is really madness of Kansas. Doy Woods, a great middle plane, shoots the gap through. Watch out for traffic. And Doy Woods gets a piece of Dalton. There goes Dalton. Tyler Dalton and Ryan D. Cook have wrecked it on the back straightaway. Oh my goodness. Chad Coleman's going to get stage number 1, 2 in the way this is looking, but that was a massive hit there. Off the back half there, unfortunately, and we're going to go back to the replay. I can't really tell. It looked like, unfortunately, Doy was trying to Dalton was slowing down. Doy had no idea where he was going. Look at this. Dalton gets clipped up. I'm not sure who was in front of him there, and then caught Ryan D. Cook. Oh, man. Takes a massive blow for his troubles, unfortunately. That was Casey Duncan that was in the way. Let's take one more look at it here. There you see where the hit came from. There's Cook. He got trapped and then plowed. Ouch. So Casey, unfortunately, off the pace and well off the regard. And at a track like this, you cannot be off that pace. There you see the damage left behind on both drivers there and the amount of effects left on them. Well, Calatani was making some big strides there against Coleman, but then got kind of choked up there with Hickman Jr. and Jackson kind of cleaning in. Glenn Campbell in the 4 as well. 44, I should say. Also, having a little bit of a resurgence coming back for him right now. RS King saying I'm spotting for Wrongish down there. Well, Ernest, I do appreciate at least let me know how to say his last name right. I've been trying to get him to let me know how to say it, but at least now I know. Like I've always said in these broadcasts, the fans can tell you otherwise. I have always said every time I get out here and I make a mess of someone's name, I say, if I say your last name or your first name wrong, please let me know so I don't do it again. Still an amazing pack and group of guys and drivers out here trying to get things figured out. Ernest saying all good, bro. Thank you, my friend. So right now, currently the field still not quite at 50 laps here. Plenty of time though to get it figured out, get things kind of dialed in a bit, see what happens. Chad Coleman still looking at that fuel run as a saving grace for stage 2. He knows that final stage is going to be where the drivers are going to get a really big and complete set here. There will be no holding back from there, not whatsoever. Well, tomorrow we got Wednesday off here for the broadcast, but next week on the Wednesday night editions, we return with Six Sigma Sim Racing Oval at Kansas Speedway, and this time, the next gens come to life. We'll see you guys there when the time comes. There is still a massive amount of drivers still in this field, still on this fight. And by the way, Samuel Harrell is now on the lead lap. Now on the Wild Man Wild, trying to get back on the lead lap. He's trying to get some speed going, get something cooked up, but he is a lap down. Ryan D. Cook completely out of this. Tyler Dalton on the lead lap still, despite that little hiccup he just got a minute ago there from that crash off of turn number 2. Wild restart coming up here as the Race City Sports Memorabilia Truck Series bring it back to the restart zone off of turn number 4. Green is out, and Chad Coleman leads the field. 5 laps left in this one. Double block there on the 84. Jackson currently striking high. Hickman Jr. going low. Calatani wanted to go low too. Now they're both driving up into the outside groove. Aaron Jackson using his strategy to his advantage, but the bottom lane still carries momentum. He carry the weight, carry the run, and that's exactly what the 84 wants to see. Coleman, though, looks to lead him out. Victory Junction number 23 of Farrell's Van Scheidt right now. The defending Next Gen Cup Series champion on Saturday night. Looking to try to get something figured out on the Tuesday night edition. 3 wide through the corners. Caution back out though as we're about to get it going more. Richard Crane with problems down there. There's major problems down there for the 36. And I think Richard Crane may be all but done and out of this one. Oh, he got tight there. Oh, look at that. Oh, no. Oh, Jerry Livingston, Philip Schmitz. Oh my goodness. I think that's Tyler Ork there that got the shaft there. Oh, my goodness. Not completely sure what went wrong there. I think, honestly, the truck just may not have been able to turn anymore. So yet again, the field is going to come to a creeping crawl, and I think that will be the end of the stage. So now we're on to our final stage of the day. And an unfortunate turn of events yet again, causing drivers a lot of headaches and some more chaos to intervene with. Don Macklin not going in a pit road there, so they will stay on out. Calatani, Doy Woods, Wrongich, Monte, and James Smith also staying out. Man, what a tough break there for a lot of these guys, man. They just do not catch a break with this race today. So right now the field currently going to stretch back in, see what they can do, and get this really down to a tee and racked it up here. James Garrett saying, Talking Giants vs. World, let's go 84, Talking Giants. Some love down there for the Anthony 84 camp. He's going to have a hard restart, though, because he's got a tough set of guys. And Rongich, Woods, Monte, Dalton, Macklin, Ramsdale, Coleman, Hickman Jr., and Campbell looking to take him down. Michael saying, and I'll see you Sunday at North Wilkesboro. Yeah, we'll see you then, my friend. Rep them around, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our final stage of the day. The Race City Sports Memorabilia final stage coming up. Loud pedal drawn up, fast speeds kicked up. Zach Rongich right now on the number 3. C. Delco up to the top, down to the bottom. Now looking for an opening. Doy Woods looking on the UPS 28, making a big statement today. His first ever broadcast debut, and right now he's looking maybe to get the win number 1 out of the way already. Forcing Calatani up. Rongich trying to get win number 1 out of his way. Comes so close so many times, trying to finally get one out. Battle back and forth, side by side for the race lead. No driver's got the advantage. Dalton looks on. Everybody else right now trying to keep their cool, keep their speeds up, keep the momentum at bay. A lot of heavy action heaving out up front right at the gate here, and drivers know it too. Doy nearly getting clipped in there with Rongich. Rongich man's able to keep it stable and keep it out of control. Again, that straightaway is really where you're going to see a lot of drivers get a little scooped up or a little bit tricked up. Just trying to find an opening, trying to find a line to work with. Macklin and Dalton dealing with each other yet again here as Rongich and Woods still deal with each other for the lead. I want to take a look back in the middle, the back, and the rest of the field, but man, this battle up front, you just can't deny it. And they're going to run into live traffic too, coming up ahead of them. Traffic in front. That's Ryan D. Cook. He'll go to the very bottom, stay out of the way, and let them race it. John Hickman Jr., Dijon Monte, and Aaron Jackson. They're 3 wide through turn number 2. Side by side, battling out. Jackson gets a slight tap on Monte. Both drivers come clean. Jackson trying to get a little run there, clipping him in the inside. Now trying to build speed up. The right rear fender trying to deflect the speed and get the airflow to maneuver around the truck. Ramsdale looking to do the exact same thing here. By the way, I did say earlier on, guys, be sure to kind of watch yourself in the comment section, please. We are currently trying to moderate this and trying to keep it cool. I can understand frustrations down there, but you know the rules. We are trying to keep this at least chill as can be. We do not need any excessive comments down there. They will be deleted. Randy, it's okay, sir. Believe me, Randy, I see what happened, and I feel horrible when you got put in that situation, but it's a tough deal. I know, man, I know. But you just gotta keep your head up and remember who you are as a driver and just keep pushing. You know eventually it'll all work out. Driver to driver talk, man. I know how you feel. Believe me, it's not a fun deal. It's a rough deal. But keep your head up, and you know where you'll get to eventually, brother. Keep on at it, sir. All right, gotta keep on into the broadcast as well here. I can't give my famous speeches too much here. I gotta give these drivers a little speeches too. They're battling hard for the lead. Randy saying in the comments, got a blown motor in that truck, so it's not going to be able to continue on. Again, a tough break there for him. We hope next week, though, we'll be able to see him come out. Right now, though, the battle between 5 drivers is looking sharper than ever, and now it looks like it may be 6. Aaron Jackson. He's got a front row backseat ticket. Call what you will. To the front. Oh, really almost got himself sent to the shadow realm, though. Brian Campbell, that 44 TSN service machine, nearly giving him a good clip on a run there for his money. Trying to hang on. As they charge the back around down through corner number 2 here, nearly 3 wide off. It is a battle for the lead. Macklin starting to use the attack on Rongich. Zach looking to his right. He knows who's up there. Macklin said last week at me, if you told me I was going to win a Bristol Dirt for my first race this season, I would have blasted you out the window. Well, now you get a chance to right those wrongs, Macklin. You're the leader. As the 30 is now the drive ahead. The Mac attack is on the offensive here, and he has got himself a whole lot of drivers trying to cling to life and trying to build the speeds right to him. Nobody is safe through here. John Hickman Jr. right now looking on as Aaron Jackson and Rongich right now battle hard here, trying to get to the front again. You got to wonder to yourself, though, how much those tires they tear up and how much burner did they run on them. There's a slight bit of damage too on the right rear fender there of the number 3. You can see it on our screen there. It might be slowing him down a bit, and it looks like that is. I think that airflow might be turning that thing into a parachute down there. Remember, when that fender caves in or caves out just a little bit, it almost becomes into a complete parachute of itself, not allowing the truck or the car to actually get any more speed or any more power, depending on what they run, and more or less encompassingly turning it into a dump truck. Randy Cook yet again lap trafficked up into the pack here. The field going to move their way around him, though. Good smooth run there from everybody involved, just staying out of trouble here. Christoph Hall, the number 44 Home Depot Husky. I think it's the first time we mentioned him all day. He's currently dealing with Tyler Dalton in that 0-2 with Shannon Wood behind him. Hall has not, in his mind, had a fair shake at any race or any chance of getting to victory lane. He said to me earlier, I want to finally end that and stop getting put around the bush. I want to beat around the heads and make a run for it. Certainly it would be a good time tonight to try it here, especially considering now that the track cools down a little bit more, those tires can be saved up more for some faster runs, some harder speeds. Charles Van Schaik putting that to good use. Down low says, hey, let's see where this one can go. Dory Woods made a great jump to the front, a good pack around the attack here, but now falls victim to the overall speed, the overall run that they're caving in with him. Rongich again, that right rear fender has got to be absolutely tearing up and tearing him out a new one right now, considering how difficult it is. Let's get the truck to get a run here. Remember, too, these drivers are going to have to go into pit road eventually. They're not going to have very many opportunities here to work with. field starting to accentuate and slow her down a little bit. They are spreading out. They are getting further around the track, and they're starting to get a little bit more cooled off here. It was hectic and it was crazy earlier in the first couple stages, but now you can see how far from Grace everybody has kind of fallen into their own little worlds, their own little plan here. Russell Holloway and John McMillan Sr. right now currently trying to run their way down to the field and down to the track ends here. Galatani going into pit road a little bit later, a little bit earlier than everybody else here in this stage. So I think maybe trying to set up a long run strategy here on everybody. And I think probably it's actually a better idea for him, because actually what it does is it kind of keeps him away from all the chaos ensuing up front. So give it a chance. Might be able to actually make a move up to the front, maybe get some runs here going. Now, wow, kind of in that same boat too. So hard to really say who gets the advantage of the other, or who will get the opportunity to strike, but if they can work with them as well as Jerry Livingston, I don't know. Maybe there might be something there for him. Get a good camera right now. Campbell right now still dealing with Coleman. Coleman desperately wants to win. Campbell, Jackson, Hickman Jr., they are eating at themselves and trying to get into victory lane as well. Again, Coleman coming second place last Saturday night on the PTM Racing TV broadcast for their Global Strategy Team Next Gen Cup Series. Now here, said he doesn't have very much time left before he will be returning to his IRL racing dimes. So winning it out here in any of these kind of races will certainly be beneficial and help him out just a little bit more. We're down to the final 32 laps here on the show. By the way, Macklin's not exactly been running away from Coleman. He's had a couple laps where he's been able to get away slightly, but again, you look at them lap times here. The green represents the speed Coleman gained. The orange represents the speed Macklin gave. And you can see, not been too kind to Macklin there. And especially won't be too much more kinder, but again, that 550 horsepower package with a burnt tire end like this forces these drivers really to make a choice. Either get up to the front quickly and then hope for the best, or you gotta really bring down the house or bring down the speed and see what happens from there. Taking a look around the outskirts of the field right now. John Fowler here widening low from that 19 and 97 going at it here a little bit. Fowler was running pretty hard up to the front, same way that Ramsdell and Dalton were, but now you can see just how far and encompassing this race has become to them. Pressure mounting on all these drivers. Not giving them very much room to succeed or survive with, and they know it. Casey Duncan, that 71 earlier on, who kind of started a little bit of a chain reaction by being off pace from everybody else, got himself into a bit of a mess up and an issue there. Hickman Jr. going to go to pit road, so it looks like he's going to opt towards it now. Strong is trying to hold on, trying to stay out of problematic areas here. Good battle here between Fowler and Ramsdell. This is your battle for 11th. They're trying to hunt down that 19 and Dalton. Again, Dalton probably at this point driving a heck of a run and a bit of a speed boost here on the turn. Pit stops now being made up here. You can see the field currently trying to strategize in. Coming back around down into the corner here. Turn number 3 to 4. Look at this. Coleman finally getting a break. Looked like he saved just enough tire, enough speed, but Macklin, you can see, threw the block on the outside. He had to drive it a little harder and make sure Coleman couldn't catch him. The bottom lane is where the speed is, but again, there is no travel distance on that top side. Without that travel, there's no give and no speed to really encompass it with. Macklin and Coleman well aware of that right now. They're trying to hold on for everything they've got. Pit stops will certainly be coming up for them as well. 25 laps. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Caution is out. Caution is out. Caution is out on the track. I'm not sure what went wrong. I think Wrongitch might have a problem down there. I'm trying to get a look at him right on the camera. Trying to find him down there. There he is. Something has gone wrong with the 3. Motor might have quit on the 3 camp. I'm not sure. We'll have to go look at the P10 Race TV Instant Replay. I think he... See if he had a blown motor here. That 3 was way off base, so you can see something was going wrong there for him. Just bizarre here. He just came to a, looked like he just came to a dead stop. He's off base. You can see the driver, flagman at this point was just trying to wonder what the heck's going on. Is he gonna get out of there or what's he doing? It's a dangerous spot though. That speed and that travel distance. Oh, I think he may have ran out of fuel. Oh, he ran out of fuel. That's what. He ran out of fuel, it looks like. I'm not even kidding you guys. He's out of fuel. When I saw him swinging those tires left and right, he was trying to get the truck to get into pit road. He knew he ran out of fuel. I think he was trying to save as long as he could, and that 3 just cost himself and a lot of other drivers a chance at that. What a tough break there for him and his team, and what everyone else right now. He's trying so desperately not to have to get towed into pit road, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time for that at this point. Wow. I thought honestly he might have had something wrong with the motor, but no, he just ran out of fuel. He ran out of fuel entirely. Where we go now, 21 laps remain. This could get interesting. Macklin, Coleman, Jackson, Shike, and Wood. About to bring down the house and lay it down a little bit more here. Coming through 21 to go here at the field, working their way on around. Clearing off the back straightaway right now. Calatani dealing with pressure from Hickman Jr. as well as the 03, Dijon Monte, the 45, Joseph Atchison trying to get out of that way though of a hard charging Monte. Samuel Rowe also kind of mixing it up a little bit. And speaking of mixing it up a little bit, here we go. This is the battle Macklin was worried about. Coleman back underneath him. He's got some help in the backstretch. Drafting very crucial here. Looking to linger its way down into the turn. All drivers trying to hold on. Van Schaik and Jackson now closing the gap off. Coleman driving an extremely tough run on those tires. Having to cut that track down means he's going to cut the tire down just a little bit harder, increasing the air force and the gravity and rotation of the tire, making it heat up quicker and burn faster. And you can see right here Jackson trying to stay away from it, but Macklin going back to the bottom, gonna try to drive off the Coleman, trying to get him into the dirty air, get these 550 horsepower packages to slow him up a bit more. Even though they can cut through the air and cut through the speeds quite well, that doesn't quite excuse the fact that they are very tough to deal with on a burnt end truck. And those tires right now not holding up as well as maybe they were hoping for. Despite the weather changing enough to get the tire to cool down and calm down a bit, tire wear is still very critical and crucial here. Christoph Hall even making a bit of a resurgence. He's 17 spots up, not the hard charger of the day. That is Scott Simley in the 7 right now. Simley getting his first win ever on P-Series TV back Saturday night. Said that was one definitely hallmark of his career. He would love to do it again, but he's got a long road before he can even think about that right now in this truck race. 16 will be left on the table. Here comes Jackson. If you want to talk about a guy that is absolutely hungry to get a win in finally, it's this man. Last season, Final Four participant in nearly both their series, mainly the Next Gen Cup Series, came up short. This season said he wanted to perform the double and try to make a run for both camps and both racing series and maybe have a chance at winning him out. Shannon Wood, the 02 right now, currently keeping a little bit of a distance. The bad boy buggies right now looking solid as can be, but he knows he still has some room and still has a lot of time left on the clock. That being said, though, there's still not a whole heck of a lot of area left to really work with. Jackson deeping it down the inside. You can see he's closing that gap off. He's trying to push that limit up. Coleman, though, big bump in the back to the 30 of Macklin. He saw what Jackson was up to, and he knew he had to get something figured out quickly. Well, he did, but that bump also makes Macklin's tires burn up a little quicker. Smart thinking on the face of Coleman. Blocking run off of Jackson while at the same time hurting Macklin's run just by simply giving him a little bump, increasing his speed and power, having to slow up that turn. And look at this, that crossover move. Jackson making a mistake. Here comes Hall to the inside. Big move from the Home Depot 44 Husky. The Toyota, Ford, Chevy camp right now, pretty much all in this battle. Coleman in the Ford, Macklin the leader in the Toyota. Charles Van Schaik representing the Ford in the back with the top 5 crown. But I got a whole host of Chevys behind him trying to get to him. It's a madhouse out here, I tell you. Coming down to the lines here, Shannon Wood still trying to get out of that little troublesome outside line. Charles Van Schaik trying to get another run on them while they go through lap traffic. Everybody having to avoid that for the moment. And then doing so, forcing them a little bit less into speed and a little harder on the runs. Macklin, Coleman, Hall, Jackson, Campbell, your top 5 right now. So much at stake and so much going down. You can just feel the intensity. You can cut it with a knife here. Here goes the 44 the inside. Oh, you can see how close that is. That's pretty close there, even on our camera and on the far side. Campbell and Shike, they were looking at each other and probably making sure they were cool with one another before anything got too heated. Just no room for error. Coleman right now trying to draft off Christoph Hall. This is right now his best finish so far lined up for him if he can hang on. 10 laps remain. The drafting and the pecking order though starting to give away. Macklin driving on the bottom. He's trying to get the draft to clear off from Coleman and trying to get some speed worked up into his favor. The Mack attack right now currently giving a lot of gray hairs and some headaches to Coleman to try to make a move on him and trying to keep that speed up. But this is exactly what he needs to do. Sliding him back through. Oh! Calatani, oh! Well, I know the Talking Giants versus the World has been a thing, but unfortunately I think the World might have taken down the Talking Giant today. He'll have to get him back next week. In this case, I don't think he's going to have time to catch up. Not with this field. Coleman and Macklin right now. 5 laps to go. Macklin trying to hang in there. Macklin and Coleman, man, they are just deadlocked with one another. Both drivers looking at each other like they have nothing left to give and everything to give out. Right now, the way Macklin is running, he's got the advantage, but again, Coleman is sneaky. He can be a little bit tricky here. Looking for an opening, looking for a chance. Macklin looking to go back to back here and possibly start really changing this season around. 3 laps to go. laps remaining. And look at this. I was saying a minute ago. How long was Matt Coleman going to wait? He's not waiting no more. This is it. Coleman trying to draft him out. Macklin going to hold on. One more draft off there, and Coleman knows that he's trying to get everything he can. Ladies and gentlemen, this time around, this is your white flag lap presented by Race Day Sports Memorabilia. Lap traffic there, just a slight bit in the way. Livingston's going to be in the way just a little bit. Coleman going back down low. One more slingshot, going for the pass. He's going for a huge run. Couldn't get the corner. Now going to try to fight it one more time. I don't think it's enough. I think that may have been his last gas, his last breath. Indeed it will be. Off of corner number 4, Brian V. Macklin will win it at Kansas. Wowee, race fans. My. Well, he said to me last week, with this win, it should get the confidence up and really start to put things together. Well, it has now, sir. Macklin wins it at Kansas. I think he might tear the house down before this one's over with. There it is, race fans. Your finishers today in this long road to success. Macklin wins it. Coleman goes second. Campbell will take home third. Van Schaik will go fourth. Jackson takes fifth. Ramsdale going to go home sixth. Seventh will be Shannon Wood. Eighth will be Anthony M. Calatani. Similarly going to go ninth. Good run there from Saturday to tonight. And also hard charging it away, but not quite Charles Van Schaik levels. He went 33. He's your hard charge of the night, by the way. I forgot to mention that. And then John Hidman Jr. taking home 10th to round out his campaign today. Rest of your finishers on your screen here, and there is a lot to look through and process through. So I apologize in advance if I miss anybody or if I miss someone in there, but there's a lot of drivers, as you can tell, that kind of came and kind of went. So what a day. What a race. What a night, honestly. There's only one last piece of business to deal with, race fans. You know what time it is. Let's listen into your top 3 drivers. Joining me first here on the lineup here, this will be your third place finisher today, piloting the number 44, Glenn Campbell, going to bring it home to third today. And Glenn, congratulations on that, sir. And my, what a drive and what a run you had to come up with today, sir.
Yeah, that was a fun race after all the caution cleared themselves out. I don't think I had anything for the top 2, and there bad pit there in the last caution and got me behind, so I ran hard to just get to where I was. I was running with a 23, and yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Fun indeed here, Glenn. Man, I gotta ask you. I mean, you had a good bright moments throughout the season. You had a pretty good opportunity a few weeks ago, I believe, in Martinsville and a few other tracks, but now to finally get a podium here, I mean, how important was this one for you today?
Well, they're always important. I always want to win, try the best you can, and I'll take a third place. With my luck here lately, third's like a win for me. So, yeah, we're just going to keep knocking on the door and see what happens.
Well, you certainly were knocking on quite a few doors today. So, Glenn, thank you so much for coming on board. Who do you want to thank you for this third one today, sir?
Well, we appreciate Goat Racing, Sim 500, my sponsor, Trans Service, for helping all this happen. So, and you up here in the booth. So, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, Glenn, man. Congratulations on this one today, sir.
Thank you.
Glenn Campbell going to take it home today for a third place finish. Ladies and gentlemen, here coming away in second place It will be Chad Coleman yet again. And Coleman, I know you aren't minding these runner-up finishes too much, but this one's probably going to sting a little bit considering how hard you ran Macklin down to the line there, sir.
Yeah, I had a good race with Mac, and I enjoy racing with him. But yes, it got hard to pass right there at the end. The bottom kind of tightened up late, and I took a shot in turn 1 and 2. Just didn't have enough to get up off the corner with him. But he done good. It was a good race once everything got cleaned out, and so congrats to Macklin on his win.
For sure there. Now, Coleman, man, this one coming to the end here, Kerner 1 and 2. You went down low. You had a good run. You almost had Macklin there just a little bit. If you had to, would you may have driven up a little bit harder to kind of squeeze him off a bit, or do you think really that was kind of the perfect place to do it at?
But the only thing I could have really done on the last lap right there with me taking the shot into 1 and 2 is kind of throw it into 3 and try to slide up in front of him, but it wasn't worth it to me to try to do that. So we just rolled back around, and finished second.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, you are going to come away today with a second place finish. So, Coleman, who you want to thank you for this one?
I got to thank all the admins and everything here at GOAT, and thank Macklin and EJ hanging out with me tonight, having somebody to talk to. EJ had a rough night, but that happens. But thanks to them. Thanks to Trey Idson for painting the car and or the truck, and thank for you to broadcast.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, here, well, we do appreciate coming on board tonight here. Coleman, congratulations here on the second place finish.
Thanks, man.
Chad Coleman yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Just coming up with another runner-up yet, but this guy, well, he's going to bring home a back-to-back tonight. Brian V. Macklin from dirt to asphalt, where he belongs in his mind. Macklin, talk about catching lucky sevens in 2 different tracks, 2 different planes, 2 different areas. This one's got to mean something, sir.
Yeah, man, this was definitely an interesting race. I told you last week I would have called you a liar if you said that I was going to win on dirt and that be my first win of the season. But if you had said that Kansas would have been my first win of the season, I definitely would have been agreeing, because this is one of my favorite tracks. Man, the cautions at the beginning it really shook the strategy up, and I knew I had to do something different. I took those tires right at the end of the second stage, and I coasted and did not put any wear on the tires at all, and got the track position back, which I think is what ended up winning me the race.
Yeah, I mean, that really was a bit bold strategy, a big move. A lot of guys were really kind of pressured and kind of finding their right time and the right ends. The late caution, as you said, kind of helping you out there due to Rogic unfortunately running out of fuel. And then you came down to the end, came down full bore and full speed ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, I got to ask you, now that you got one on asphalt and you kind of got this figured out, I mean, what really is kind of playing through your mind for the rest of the season?
Well, trying to maintain the points lead so I can get those extra playoff points when the playoffs come around. That's definitely at the top of my mind. I don't know what the points are going to look like after tonight, but it should be pretty good for me. Just try to keep getting some playoff points and maintaining that points lead, and go try to win a few more. There's several really good tracks for me coming up over the next 5 or 6 weeks. So I'm really looking forward to a handful of them. Darlington, Iowa, Charlotte, several tracks there. I think I can probably pull off a couple more wins. So that's going to be the big key over the next handful of races, and start looking ahead to the playoffs, see if I can't get myself in a really good spot.
For sure there. Whatever, let's Macklin. Another win and back-to-back nights of victory lane. Who do you want to thank you for this one?
I got to thank you for doing the broadcast. It's fun to go back and watch this. The dirt broadcast was awesome to go back and watch, so thank you for that. Got to thank all the admins here at GOAT for putting on the show and putting up with all the cautions that we seem to have every week. Hopefully we can get that cleaned up. Got to thank the sponsors. Of course, I got Personal Comfort, who's the primary for my Cup Series over at Sim 500. I've had Navy on the truck for as long as I've been sim racing, so obviously got to give a shout out to all the men and women who serve our country and keep us safe every day. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Absolutely. Well, nevertheless, Macklin, congratulations, and great to see you back at Victory Lane already, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll run it back next week.
We will indeed. We'll see you then. Good luck. Macklin, ladies and gentlemen, you're a race winner here at Kansas. What a night. What an awesome night of race bands. In the Midwest side, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Race City Sports Memorabilia for everything. And from all of us here at Pizza Race TV, be safe, take care, God bless. We love you all. We'll see you next time when the green flag flies.